It's the Debbie and Katie show.
Amazing.
So, today we are doing pets in people clothes portraits. And in case you don't know exactly what that means, and whoever watches the replay is like, I don't understand, I made a couple little examples so I could better explain instead of just saying, like, okay, this is what you're gonna do. Let's see, share. Let me get that. All right. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. So what we have here is, there's always going to be a pet on the left and then outfits on the right. Now, a lot of these are going to be multiple headshots of a pet, and there's going to be multiple outfits to choose from. So we're going to have 10 minutes to draw each one. You can choose to just do one headshot and one outfit. You can do multiple ones, whatever you're in the mood for. So it's a choose your own adventure kind of thing. So you've got your pet, you got your outfits. Let me show you example number 2. So you can see what the end result should be. Something like this. So you could do one, the other, both, whatever you like. So I hope that makes sense. You got it? Yeah, okay. All right, you got it. Then let's just get that started then. Let me click off of this. And you're gonna possibly love who's first. I think you know them well.
Beautiful.
So we've got a few choices here. Pick your decade, pick your century.
Oh, these are so good.
Pick your styles. It's kind of tough for me to pick, but I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer. I think. Can you see? You see the timer? It's like up in the corner.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So what are you using today?
I think colored pencils. I have a bunch of Prismacolors with me.
Yeah, I was debating back and forth. I'm like, Neocolor, pencil. But I've been on a real Tombow kick, and I think I'm just going to keep with it.
I have a couple Tombows, and I got them because, Sophie McPike is really big on them. And I have just kind of been sitting on them, and occasionally I'll get them out and I'll be like, no, this isn't ready.
Yeah.
So I just need to, bite the bullet and use them for, an art hang party or something sometime.
I really started using them more, and I think it was one of Sophie's drawing sessions where she was using I think it was the little thumbnail landscapes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I just loved all the pastel colors she was using. And I was like, I'm like, I gotta get myself some more of those. And I've been using them constantly, and I kind of can't stop. I've been on a kick. And I don't know. I don't know. Are you like this where you start using something a lot and then to the point where you're sick of it?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm like, okay, I have overused this. I can't use it anymore. I can't look at it again. So how was your weekend? And the beginning of your week? And the start of your new year?
It's like, what day is it? I think pretty good. I had a busy work day yesterday. I work in extras casting for film and TV.
Oh, okay.
So we did a commercial for a training video. So I went through a bunch of submissions of the same thing over and over. It feels like Groundhog's Day because you're opening 1,000 emails with the same people doing the same exact thing for hours.
Do you start to forget who was good and who was?
Sometimes, honestly.
It's I don't remember. Wait, all these people are starting to look alike and sound alike.
Mm-hmm. It can get pretty crazy. But that wasn't too bad. And then my fiance and I went out and we got a coffee like right before they closed because I got out pretty late. So it
I
was
need my caffeine after all that.
exactly right.
So do you work for like a network or for a casting company
I
or
work for a casting company.
okay.
Yeah. So our client,
Sounds like a very interesting job, a world
it
I am
is.
unfamiliar with.
It definitely is pretty interesting.
I bet you have a lot of stories.
Quite a few.
I always feel like I can't draw dogs, and then I get going and I'm like, it's okay, it's okay, it's gonna be okay.
That's how I feel with cats.
Yeah,
Maybe because I don't have a cat.
okay,
And I
then
don't
why are you feline poetry? I gotta ask. What's going on with the name? I'm like, hold on. I remember during the art hang party thing, I was expecting a bunch of cats, and I was like,
uh-huh.
oh,
It's,
it's interesting. I was like,
people always assume I'm a cat person because of that. And honestly,
I,
no. I love
yeah,
dogs.
you've been fooling
I'm very
us.
allergic to cats, so
Oh,
I'm kind of deceptive in that way. But um, yeah, I was using a username that was just like my name for a really long time, and
mhm.
my mom was like, "That's not smart. You shouldn't be doing that. People shouldn't know your name."
Yeah, I guess I get that. Yeah.
And so I was just like, okay. So I just thought of something really random, and I was really into poetry at the time, and I guess I don't know how I got feline, but I just thought it sounded good and kind of silly. So I was like, you know what? That I'm pretty silly, so I figured that would be a
Total random pick.
good name. Yeah.
Got it. Because I was like, hmm, what is the story behind this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I
my
wish I had, like, a
username for
more
so
fun story
long.
about it.
You've been throwing people off.
Exactly.
You're like, they'll never figure me out. My username for the longest time was Debbie Cake 75.
I love that.
But it was just because my mom, my nickname was Debbie Cakes for like little
Mhm.
Debbie snack cakes.
Yeah,
And the delicious snack cakes. And
absolutely.
75 for the year I was born, and it was just kind of like it just stuck for a long time because I was afraid to use my real name. I was just,
Uh-huh.
I don't know. People on the internet are weird and scary.
Exactly.
It was a little scary. Well, I mean, I think less so now, but I think in the early days it was just kind of like, we don't know who these people are.
Hmm.
Craigslist killers.
Exactly. Like I remember whenever I was growing up, my mom was like, "Oh yeah, somebody just died from being abducted from MySpace. You're not allowed on MySpace."
I
So,
mean,
and
I
to be
think it must have
fair,
been scary to be a parent then of like
oh,
teenagers and stuff.
definitely,
I'm like, I just that would be scary to me.
definitely.
I'm like, I was already on my kids' cases all the time, like being like, who are you talking to on the internet? This, that.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, you don't know if it's someone catfishing you, acting like they're a teenager, and
Yeah.
there's some creep. And then they'd be
Meanwhile,
like, you're so paranoid, and you're, and I'm
uh-huh.
like, no. I'm like, I'm really not.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry
Meanwhile,
to
I
say.
ended up meeting my fiance through the internet. So, you
Yeah.
know, oops, I didn't learn about the stranger danger.
Well, I think that's a little different.
It's true.
Little different.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah, I mean, I would just be like, kids, you just don't know.
Hmm.
But, I'm like, I'd be like making sure, I'm like, make sure these are real teenagers that you're talking to.
Exactly.
But it'd always be like, oh, this is a friend of someone else that I know, so it'd be like,
Mhm.
they kind of knew, and
Yeah.
it is a little scary. I haven't even gotten to the outfit yet. I've been so busy drawing this adorable face.
I might regret my outfit choice. I'm not sure yet.
There's so many good ones.
There are.
I have less than 3 minutes to figure out which one I want. I'm like, do I go with the butterfly collar guy? I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go for
So
it.
good.
Except I'm gonna change his shirt color because it's too close to the fur color.
Hmm. Yeah, I went with the green jumpsuit thing.
The wildest. I found some crazy 60s and 70s clothes and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a drawing session in itself. Just the men's fashion, especially.
Hmm.
Craziest leisure wear.
They need to bring back crazy men's fashion.
Yes. I mean, it's kind of made a comeback in a way. You got a lot of hipsters wearing this kind of stuff.
That's true. That is true.
Marty looks like he's ready to like go to a disco bowling league or something.
He would have loved that.
Yeah. That we did something similar to this in Beth Spencer's Introvert Drawing Club.
Okay.
And it was like it was basically like not doing each other's pets, but like she picked out different animals and then we drew like you picked out, or you didn't pick out an outfit, she had the outfits already picked out, but it was all like antique portrait photos, and then some of them were like more not modern, but like I think she found like Mr. Rogers' school photo and Ice Cube's school photo. Like I didn't even recognize him. He had like this Jerry curl do and everything. And it was just like, it was just really cute. I thought it was the cutest drawing session. And I was like, I want to do something like that. I'm like, but I want to do exactly, like, not that I don't think Beth Spencer would be all offended if I did something like that, but I was just like, it's so cute. I was like, what if we did it with our pets instead of just these unknown randos? So I'm gonna have to put some.
Oh no, 4 seconds.
I gotta give him some chest fur. Hold on. I need 2 seconds. 2 seconds for chest fur.
It's important.
Yeah. I spent so long on his face. So it just, some things went to the wayside. All right. Now, I gotta set the timer again. All right. And we are going to do Mia.
Oh, perfect.
Variety of styles here, so.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, the face of her looking up is just so funny.
He is just the sassiest.
Just like, Like, what do you want? Is that her personality?
She is a handful. She's very sweet, but she's also very. So I moved out, what, 4 or 5 years ago? So my parents are like almost like empty nesters. My brother lives there as an adult, but she's like the baby now. So she gets everything she wants. She expects to get everything she wants.
Yeah.
But she's a very sweet girl. Just very sassy.
I think like Labradoodles, that's what she is, right?
She's a golden doodle, but
A golden doodle.
Same
I
world.
think the doodles are just like, they have such big personalities.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've never met one that's like chill and just like aloof. They're usually like super friendly, super jazzed to see you,
Always.
But they are not for everyone, because the thing is, like, I used to know someone who had, it was a Labradoodle, not a Golden Doodle, and they just could not handle the hyperness. They were just like, oh, when is she gonna calm down? I think it was a boy, actually. Yeah, it was a boy. And this was like 10 years ago or something. And I was just kind of like, first of all, it's a puppy. It's got that doodle in it. So I'm like, it's just a hyper dog. It just wants to play and have fun. I'm like, you can't fall. And they were constantly putting him in a crate, to kind of like train him and calm him down. But I was like, he can't help it.
Mhm.
But I'm like, of course, I've never owned a dog. So, I mean, like, I probably been doing all the wrong things.
I never had my own dog. Marty and Mia were my parents' dogs. I mean, Mia's still at my parents' house. I raised them, but not well. So, and I had a
Did
dog.
the best you could.
Yeah, I had a dog before that who was the absolute angel. So I thought raising a dog would be easy because he was so good and so like well-tempered.
That was just the temperament, yeah.
But that was just him.
Mm-hmm.
Marty was the absolute opposite. We got Marty like right after Sammy passed, and we were expecting like another like sweet, calm angel, and then Marty like full force, like crazy.
Yeah, you never know. You
Never
really
know.
never know. They all have different personalities.
They do.
What's interesting though is I have to say that I have had, this is my third tuxedo cat that I've had, Luna.
Huh.
And she is just like the two other tuxedo cats I've had. Like, not exactly, but it's like there is something about them that I'm just like, you wouldn't think that. I don't know, because I'm thinking like, just because the fur pattern is similar, I'm like, what does that have to do with personality and temper? It's not like a real breed necessarily, but I'm just like, it's kind of shocking how much. It's like they're all skittish, shy girls and like easily spooked and like the absolute fraidy cat, but like super sweet and like a total goof. Like, you're just like, this cat would never make it out in the wild because they're just too.
That's how I always feel with Mia. I'm like, there's no way you last a second.
No. Like, you are an indoor animal and that's it. You need to be taken care of. They will eat you alive out there.
They certainly would. I'm gonna figure out what outfit to go with.
Yeah, I'm really trying to manage my time better. I'm like, okay, we're halfway through. But I don't think I got her like proportions and her face very well, but we're doing the best we can.
Exactly. You're on a timer.
Yeah. But that's why I wanted to do 10 minutes because I was like, I feel like we gotta dedicate more time. I'm not doing little 5-minute squiggly doos.
Squiggly doos.
I'm like, these animals deserve more time.
They sure do.
I think so. Yeah, the outfit choice. What do you think fits her personality the best?
Well, she's a diva.
The lady with the sassy.
Mm-hmm.
With the pearls.
That was the one I was gonna do first, but then I was like, maybe I'm gonna do a colorful outfit since like you're Marty. I got a colorful outfit, and I have them right now.
I mean, you can make the black and white outfits any color.
That's
you want.
true. I could have done that.
There are no rules.
That is true.
You
What are the
got
things I love
all the
about art
choices.
sessions?
Yeah, I'm kind of taking a minute to see what do I think here. Do we want to go old fashioned? Do we want to go 70s, 60s? I feel like I'm gonna go with the 70s vibe just because we've already got Marty
That's what I
in
did.
a 70s got for me. So, I feel like maybe they'll kind of match that. These butterfly collars. wonder why those haven't made a comeback yet.
I
I think we need to
agree.
bring back the butterfly collar. Let's see, we got 2.5 minutes left. The only thing is when you're coloring with Tombos, then they start to get very scratchy, and if they're not super juicy, they are real scratchy and textured, which isn't always a bad thing.
Yeah.
So many colors, so many stripes.
I'm just super focused now.
You have to get this done right.
Have to do my girl justice.
That's right. Gotta do it right. Sorry, I'm going to be talking and thinking out loud.
No, go for it.
Oh, 45 seconds left.
Oh no.
I know. What? Alrighty. Now, I'm gonna go to Daisy. I think this is Olinda's dog.
Yep.
Had a lot of pets. So cute though. So is that a Frenchie?
It's a Boston Terrier.
Oh, Boston Terrier. I get them confused. They're all like, they all kind of have that smooshed face. Hi, Linda.
Hi.
Did you just pop in?
Yeah, I did in the last photo. Y'all were so concentrated. So I was like,
See, I didn't even notice. I'm glad I learned how to turn off the waiting room and Zooms because I was like, I'm never gonna be able to pay attention to like someone coming. I was like, I gotta figure that out.
Yeah, the
So-
last one I joined, it was like you have to be let in, and I was like, okay, I'll be patient.
I felt so bad. I was like, I couldn't figure out how to just turn it off. But we got there eventually.
Yeah.
Still
okay.
learning. Okay, so if you don't know what we're doing, we're basically just taking the head and you can pick either one outfit or you can pick multiple looks.
Okay.
Totally up to you, but we got 10 minutes. So I haven't been able to do multiple looks. I have not used my time as wisely as I planned. I
Right.
thought I would be able to do that, but no, I just get too caught up And these cute faces.
I didn't even know that the timer started. Oh,
Oh, yeah, I'm
no, that's
Oh,
okay.
whoops.
we good?
Yep.
We're good.
We can always add an extra minute or so. Which outfit do you think fits Daisy the best?
Oh, with the top hat for me.
The top.
Yeah.
I love that one. I don't know why I had that one in mind when I was putting together all the photos. So I'm really, and I was like, I feel like this one. I don't know that I'm gonna do that one, but I was like, why? I feel drawn to this one.
Are you starting with the outfit or with the animal?
I start with the animal head first.
Okay.
Personally.
What I've been doing.
Yeah. That takes me the most time. So. So what's Daisy's personality like?
Very playful. Just runs around constantly. She's just silly. She lets us put outfits on her. So like for Halloween, she's fine with being in like a little witch costume or whatever my mom wants to put her in.
We're gonna need some photos of that.
Yeah, I'll just show you. She's at my parents' house.
Mm. Really making that puppy dog eye face.
How many of y'all done so far?
Just 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So you didn't miss too much. What are you using today?
My brush pen to outline and then probably some watercolor pencils. Yeah.
Like to use as watercolor, like to add later, or just...
Yeah, because I'm lazy and I don't want to get out of bed to go get my jar of water.
I don't blame you. No judgment here.
I'm like, you know what? It's all the way over there. I'm just gonna use what I have
These
here.
brush pens have been the greatest for
Mhm.
that.
Oh yeah.
I've just been like, why did I wait so long to get myself some of these? They're so useful.
I'll be doing an urban sketch outing this weekend. Should be fun.
Like with a group or...
Yeah, there's a chapter here in DFW, and they get together once a month. They pick a place to go, and last month it was the Buddhist Temple of Dallas, which was really cool.
Oh,
It
wow.
was like really ornate, and they have like a Thai street food festival every Sunday. And we got to draw the
Nice.
buildings. They like welcomed us into it, and they told us like, you know, you can go all around the gardens, the koi pond, whatever.
Wow.
That was fun. Then
That's
before
nice.
that, we did downtown. Yeah, it was really, really nice. And then like anyone can join. So any of my local friends, I'll just invite them, or I'll take my daughter along, and she'll sit there and sketch with me.
And she will like hang and be cool with it and not get bored or anything.
Oh yeah, she loves it.
Okay.
She brings her art supplies in a little chair, and we
Nice.
sketch for about 2 hours, and then we all come together and throw our pictures down and take pictures and talk, and it's fun.
Did you share photos once before?
I
Like
think
an
I
arting party or
did.
something? Yeah, because I was gonna say this sounds familiar, like
Yeah, and I did a short for the last month's outing on my channel.
oh, okay.
Yeah. It's really fun.
Maybe that's what I saw. I'm thinking, I know somebody did some kind of urban sketching thing
Yeah.
and it shared something, and I'm like, this sounds familiar, but
Oh, yeah. I know Brian did an urban sketching video that he shared recently. He
yeah, I
doesn't
think it was kind of like sort of like I saw only part of it. I didn't get to finish watching, but it was kind of like a I don't want to say instructional video, but showing like how he approaches
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that was Brian. I know that he wants to come up to Dallas to join me at an urban sketch outing.
I was just gonna say, how far are you guys like apart from each? Because Texas is humongous, so
Yeah, he's like 2 hours away.
Oh.
So he's not that far. I mean, and he even told me himself, he was like, you know what? I would come up there for a good urban sketch outing. And we're going to have a really big one where we do a whole weekend trip.
nice.
Because we're getting together with another chapter in East Texas, and they're coming out, and we're just going to spend the whole weekend drawing around this little town nearby.
Nice. That
Yeah.
sounds like a really cool weekend.
Yeah, it'll be really fun. My kid loves it. She has so much fun.
That's awesome. Nice when you can find something to do together, you know? What the heck is that out there? I think there's a bird like knocking next to the window, shoving a seed in the siding or something. All of a sudden, they're like, because it's freezing outside. It's like 10 degrees.
Oh my god.
It's pretty brutal.
We got 10 inches of snow this past week.
Oh, wow.
And that's a lot for Dallas, so
I know. I'm just like, I'm sorry, wait a second. I'm
yeah.
computing. I'm like, Dallas, snow. What? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'll just
Things
share
have been so insane anyway with weather and other events.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. What is going on with snow in Texas the last few years? I'm like, excuse me, that never happened.
Yeah, it's wild because 2021
So freak of
worse.
nature kind of thing.
Yeah, we lost power for 4 days in 2021 and it was terrible.
That was so awful. I remember seeing footage of people's like just all their pipes bursting and all stuff, and I'm like, nobody's prepared in that area. They, they don't know. People don't know how to drive in, icy conditions. It's not something you've ever had to deal with. So it's like,
Yeah, exactly. It was nuts.
like,
But last week was not bad.
But it's like you shouldn't have to be turning on your heat using your fireplaces in Texas. I'm like, what? I'm like, yes, I've got my heat on and my fireplace going all the time, but I'm in Ohio. I'm like right next to Canada, so
Yeah. Yeah, I've had the fireplace on nonstop.
Because had you ever had to use it before like 2021 when all that happened?
And then we're supposed to be just like a high of 17 next week for most of the week, and then more snow. So
did you have snowsuits and stuff for the kids? Like no parent is going to be prepared. Like you have to buy winter boots and all this stuff. It's like a whole thing.
yeah, fortunately I have like winter jackets and stuff because we go camping up in Colorado in the Rocky Mountains, but we didn't have the right gloves, so the kids were playing outside with the snow, and then they're like, my hands are getting cold.
Yeah. Yeah, because you
Snow
you gotta have like super insulated stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, there's still snow everywhere around. I went to pick up my daughter from school yesterday and I saw her running, throwing snowballs at a little boy. And she's like, did you see me? I was fighting with some boys. I'm like, yeah, I saw. It's fine. Whatever.
Aww. Well, that's fun. Always okay to throw snowballs at boys. It's fine.
Exactly. I was like, do it. I don't care. That's why I love that she's in hockey, because she's really tough against the
I was going
boys.
to say, good.
Yeah.
Be a tough girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to write Daisy's name up here. All right. So this is Tiger. Is Tiger one of yours, or is I think Tiger's Sarah. Might be Sarah. You would have said immediately, like, yeah, that's mine.
No.
So I didn't know if Tiger was a boy or a girl. So we have choices.
I'm loving the keyhole suit.
I know.
Oh my
I
god.
Not
Yeah.
stop laughing. It's a full jumpsuit.
That-
It's not just a shirt. It's a full jumpsuit. I think the original photo showed him with like the pink pant. Like it continued.
Amazing.
What a look. What a look.
Bring
I
it
mean-
back.
Yes. Where have these fashions gone to? I'm here for it. I welcome it.
Same.
I mean, they just some of this stuff. It's like it'll never come back, but it's like what brought it there in the first place? Like people were really daring.
Or really high.
I mean, yes,
Fair.
but like look at like poodle skirts and stuff like that. Those are kind of
Oh, I
like
love poodle
they're
skirt.
so cute, but they're kind of wild and big. I mean, considering like what people wear today, but it's just like, yeah, I mean, we're not going to be wearing things with bustles and stuff. I'm like, come on, let's make a new version. Tiger's got one of those faces. It's very much like my cat Ralph, where it's like looks perturbed, but it's just like that's just their resting face.
Oh yeah, I drew your cat Ralph recently.
Hmm?
I drew your cat recently.
Oh, you did? Oh.
Yeah. I have
Oh,
a short.
that's
I was drawing you and Ralph because I was watching a replay of Freedom Frenzy, and I was doing it in alcohol marker, and I messed it up, and I was like,
Oh,
oh.
no.
And so I did it in acrylic pen at the end. So if you
Ah.
ever find that short, you'll see.
Yes, I'm gonna have to go check that.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see.
Yeah, it's you and Ralph.
Oh. Yeah, my pets will not be making an appearance this time. The next drawing session, we'll have them.
That one's in the evening, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I figured I'd give it a try to have like an evening time and a morning time because it's hard to accommodate for. When I first started Patreon and all that, I'm like, I didn't think that people from like different parts of the world were gonna be. I'm like, I just didn't think of it. Like I just didn't think like who's gonna be paying attention to me in other parts of the world. So I was like, I didn't think I would have to consider all that, but then it's an option. But nighttime, it's like, that's the hardest for me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like,
Same.
my brain is like collapsing.
Tired, and then the kids.
Mm-hmm.
She has hockey practice, Girl Scouts. Her brother has hockey practice and basketball practice. And then they have like after school projects, and I have to make dinner and just a whole bunch.
I'm usually just like, because like 7 p.m. or something, I'm just like, I need to crash and not use my brain anymore. And then
Yeah.
and then it's like on Thursdays, like I'll try and do some of Art Hang Party, but it's not just like that my brain is tired. It's like my body's done. Like my neck, I start to get like really inflamed. And so it's like, it's hard for me to like actually draw. Like it becomes painful. So, but then also my daughter works on Thursdays and I have to give her a ride. So I'm like, I always got to pick her up. It's a whole thing,
Oh yeah. Well, my normal work schedule is 4:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Oh, you've been up forever.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's just because I have to be there for the 4 a.m. news segment.
I'm sorry. I just realized I forgot to start the timer, but I will set this now. I'm sorry. Keep talking.
Oh no, it's fine. I just have to be there for the 4 a.m. news segment, and so it's exhausting.
Just 4 a.m. news segment. Like,
No big
oh.
deal.
Nothing's happening. They're like, well, what if something does? We need an engineer on site. I'm like, okay, fine.
Ah. So how has work been? Probably pretty.
Easy, but that's usually how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm off this week, but I should be back next week because I have family in town.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Well, it's never boring. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Never a dull moment.
Yeah.
Sometimes a dull moment is nice, though. Every once in a while, right?
Yeah. I'm using the keyhole suit.
That's what I'm gonna be going for. Just like
I just couldn't
it's
say no.
just too good. Also,
Exactly.
simple lines. There were just too many cool outfits. This has like Elvis jumpsuit vibes.
Yeah.
The collar is so big. It's just so crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, the most exaggerated collar ever. And then the deepest V.
Yeah. It reminds me of my dad's wedding attire to my mom. My mom is like, yeah, your dad wore bigger heels than I did. He had big platforms.
Big old platforms.
Yep. And it was a full white tuxedo with giant white platforms. I'm like,
Wow.
oh my God.
Amazing.
And I think my mom had like a powder blue floral
Of course.
dress or something. Yeah, it was the 70s.
Like, it was at the 70s? Then yes.
Powder
My
blue is
parents got married in the 60s, and I think my mom was like just kind of had like a pillbox hat and little suit. Like she didn't do like the whole big, wedding gown and stuff.
Well, my dad was going for a Saturday Night Fever thing because that was his
Of
favorite.
course.
Yeah.
That was the vibe.
Yep. He was obsessed.
He wasn't alone. So my parents owned they still own a shoe store. They basically run it online now. But yeah, my dad has plenty. Like, he wore a lot of those white patent leather platforms.
Oh my God.
He wasn't like a disco guy or anything, but he definitely had the styles for it.
Neither was my dad. My mom was into disco, but my dad was like, no, I'm just short and I want to be taller.
Yeah. And he's saying, bring it back, bring it back.
Also, he just loved John Travolta. Their first date movie was Grease.
Oh, cute.
I love that movie.
I haven't seen it in so long. The funny
When
thing
I-
is I remember watching it a few years ago and going like, I can't believe I watched this as a kid. It's so like,
Same here. Oh my God.
I was like, whoa, we got some heavy subject matter that is not for children.
yeah, I can't believe it. I watched it over and over and over when I was like 8, and my parents
Yeah.
told me this is what we saw on our first date.
Well, it was, you just don't think about it.
Yeah.
I accidentally started drawing the collar connecting at the neck, and I was like, oh, no, can't do that. It does not connect at the neck. Gotta keep going. No, he or she is something else. This tiger. Tiger is a tiger. Easy tiger. What's funny is, speaking of Grease, the other thing is like when I was in school, especially like in high school, I was like, why do all the boys and like look like little boys still? I was like, why don't they look like grown men like in all the movies?
Yeah.
I was
Like
so
in
confused
Grease.
by this.
Yeah, I watched it recently. I'm like, okay, they're all like 30 something teenagers.
They're like 45 each.
Yeah. Oh, that's Marble May. That's my
Marble
cat.
May. What a face. What a face.
She's probably napping somewhere in the house right now.
We've got so many expressions to choose from. It's kind of,
Yeah.
we've got the, you know, stinky look. We got the I'm hungry. Why are you bothering me? And like the, huh? You know.
Yep. My daughter calls those her big eyes because she like takes those when
Like
she's about to
The
attack.
Puss in Boots face
Yeah.
in Shrek.
Mm-hmm.
Really pretty markings.
Yeah, she's cute. She's a big cat. She's
Oh, really?
what the breed is. It's a American Ragdoll.
Okay. Yeah.
She's really big. My ex-husband will come over and pick her up, and he's over 6 feet, and she will go all the way down to his waist. And
She's long then.
yeah, she's a big cat, and she's just really big to hold, like a big stuffed animal.
Hmm.
I
Yes,
adopted.
ragdolls are big cats, aren't they? Like, normally?
Yeah, they're really big. I adopted her one day when I was volunteering at a shelter, and I thought she
Hmm.
was an older cat because she was so big.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, cool. You know, we need another animal in this household.
Always.
That my husband at the time would have agreed with me, but I still was like, I'm bringing one home, and you know, it's fine. She's old.
Executive decision.
Yeah, and she'll be calm because she's so old. And then when I go to adopt her, they're like, yeah, she's 2 years old. I'm like, oh, she's not.
Oh, my mistake.
Like, she's just really big.
I guess so, yeah. Is she chill or is she like, aren't they really vocal?
Yes,
Ragdoll?
talks a lot, all the time. You can talk to her, she'll talk right back.
I love that.
And it's really cute, but also sometimes terrifying because I have wood floors through most of my house, and she has these little toys that she'll start like tossing around at
Mhm.
like 2 or 3 in the morning. You'll hear like a little bell just going down the
Not
stairs.
creepy at all.
God.
What is that? Oh, it's just Marble May and the little bell.
Yeah.
Nothing haunted.
She just likes to play with her toys, and I see her just basically playing cat soccer at 3 in the morning.
I mean, that's playtime. It's when we do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had no idea how like our cat Phoebe was gonna do, like, because she's so young, like, and rambunctious and everything. I was just like, is she gonna be up all night? Like, what is the situation gonna be at night? Like, you know.
Yeah.
She's been okay. She actually chilled out and everything, but I'm just like, yeah. Because I'm like, my cat Ralph will just like, some nights he has to yodel and like cry and like carry a toy around. It's just
Aww.
like he'll just be like meow wow like for 5 to
Yeah.
10 minutes, and he's got like something in his mouth, and I'd be like calling him like, come upstairs. I have to go downstairs, see him, and be like, good job, and he puts it down. He's all proud of himself. I'm like, he's like, look at this toy I carried and made noise with. I'm just like, yep, I had to get out of bed to check on ya, that you would stop.
Yeah, that's what my old cat Lily used to do. She'd bring a toy around. She'd make that meow wow sound. Whenever she didn't think anyone was home, I'd hear her doing that, and then I'd be like, Lily, what's up? And then, yeah.
Like, oh, what? Oh, I was just doing my thing. That's all. I didn't know anyone was home.
Yeah, we have another cat too, Gigi, full black cat, and
Mhm.
they do not get along at all. Gigi
Uh,
lives upstairs, and Marble May likes to try and put her paws underneath the door where Gigi stays, and yeah, they don't like each other.
Well, they're both, but Gigi is super cute, by the way. The photo was just like, oh my god, she looks like, I mean, she's like a cartoon. She's like,
It's like a school photo.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, she's so cute.
She is so sweet and so loving, but they just, for some reason, never got along.
Yeah, well, that's like Phoebe and Luna for me. They're not going to be best friends. I'm like, as long as they tolerate each other and aren't having like pissing contests, like literally, then we're fine. But
Yeah.
it took a while. I had to put both of them on Prozac, but
did that help?
yeah. Oh yeah. Big time. Because with Luna, it's basically she's anxious now. She used to be the bully, and then she started just being nervous and scared again. And then Phoebe still bugs her, but I think mostly that she wants to play. I don't think she's really trying to bully Luna all that much. I think it's more like she just wants to play, and she's like a kitten still, basically. So, but yes, Prozac worked. The peeing and marking that was happening every once in a while has stopped. Thank God.
Goodness.
Because I was like, we cannot keep this cat. I was like, I hated the idea of rehoming an animal. I'm like, I've never had to do it before in my whole life. I'm like, I always found a way to make it work. Like sometimes it takes a minute for them to get along, but
We were gonna do that with Gigi because we couldn't figure out how to get her to stop peeing everywhere.
yeah, I think you had told. Is that the one that went outside and then?
Yeah, she got attacked,
Yeah.
and then she doesn't want to go outside ever again.
I think Zan said something similar happened with one of their cats. That it was like once it was outside, had a bad run in with another animal. It was like, oh, then they calmed down. And I'm like,
Yeah,
you don't want to have to come to that, but geez,
I know.
you know,
Or to
it's like-
traumatize the cat to get it to calm down.
yeah. Like, could you just chill out so we don't have to throw you outside? Because people were like saying, like when we were asking for advice from people, like, anyone have any advice? And they would just be like, yeah, you need to put the cat outside. I'm like, first of all, winter in Cleveland. Secondly, I'm like, it's also, you know, we live on a busy street. This is not a good place to be, you know, have your pet outside. Like, heck no. Wasn't really an option for us.
Yeah, and we tried that, but obviously Gigi got attacked by like I don't even know what, like a bobcat or something.
That's the other thing is like we have foxes and stuff around here, and I actually had to rescue my cat Ralph from a fox.
Oh my god.
How he became our cat. There was a
Oh.
fox outside waiting to get him. Because it was living under our shed and like had her pups, which were so cute. Oh my god, so cute. But we had this cat that kept coming around and hanging out outside, and we didn't know if he belonged to somebody or not, so I wasn't like gonna try and like feed him and discourage him from going back to his home, but then he just kept hanging around. I'm like, you know what, if he had a home, I'm like, he wouldn't be coming here all the time, because he was like hanging out at our house in the winter, like in the snow. I put a box outside because he wouldn't leave, and I was just like, he needs to be warm. And my husband was like, go back home. I'm like, no, he has one. Yeah. And I put him on the list for like the local humane like pet rescue place, and the only thing is that the list was like he was on a waiting list for a while, and well, by the time had an opening, I was like, no, we're gonna keep him. We love him. So and that's how that happened.
That's cute. At least he got a home.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not upset about it. He's my
happy.
boy. I can't believe I actually have time to spare. Wow. Not to brag. I'm just like, whoa, what happened? I chose the top hat lady because she's like so fancy.
I like that. I chose the yellow checkered.
Chose that one too.
Yeah, I like it.
It is a pretty cool coat. Such fun music.
I like that.
It's the ooh la la for the timer. That's the name of the actual alarm. Ooh la la.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, so this is Merlin, and that's Oramora, aka Sarah's pup. So many good faces.
Cute.
And then, of course, I had to throw in like a Merlin costume because
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's just too on the nose, but you know. But the guy with his raven, I'm just like, he's just.
so good.
I just
Oh my
want to draw
God.
him on his own.
Great.
Fabulous. So many good shots. It's kind of hard to choose.
It's
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that one, like, where he's all like, is just too funny. But then the one at the top right is like a perfect portrait. I feel like I gotta go with that one. And then while I draw it, I'll have to figure out what costume I want. Which outfit?
Really like that outfit with the crow. That's funny.
Pretty
I want
fantastic.
to know like the context for that photo.
I know. I had looked up like Wizard Man and a bunch of pictures showed up. That was one of them. And I was like, this is a modern day wizard. I can tell.
Definitely.
It's like the shiniest coat.
Oh, I know.
Gleaming. This is just one handsome dog.
The photogenic.
Mm-hmm. Dog noses I find the hardest to draw. I don't know why. Because I'm like, they're just like, the nostrils are like, swirl up and in. And I don't know why I find it so challenging, but.
They
then
are
I-
weirdly complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird, yeah. But then it's always like too close to a pig's nose by the time I'm done with it. And I always feel like this doesn't look like a dog anymore. Yeah, it's weird the way that the nostrils, everything, it's like the crease goes all the way. It's like, it's weird when you look
Yeah.
at it like for a long time. It doesn't look like that. Oh, I had to start the time again. My God, I'm so bad at this. I'm no Melissa. Oh, wait, not hours. We need minutes, not hours. What the heck? Wait, no, not that. Try this again. 10 minutes, but can I change it? Can I edit it? Here we go. I'm gonna put 7 minutes because I'm guessing we were going for about 3 minutes. I'm guessing.
Fine by me.
All right. Too bad Zan's not here. She would have been in all her glory for this.
Oh my god, I know.
Extra time. Zan,
Oh my
if you watch the replay,
And she does pet
enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I gotta ask her to submit some Dudley photos. So Katie, you said you're gonna go with the crow guy? Or
It was, but now I'm going with the actual Merlin wizard.
What do you think, Alinda?
I think I'm gonna do the guy at the top right.
He's very handsome. Very
Yeah.
debonair.
I love his look. I decided to use soft pastels for this one, and boy, it's a mess.
Oh,
I'm not good with soft pastels. I just bought a set like a week ago to play with them, and I was very frustrated. I'm like, it's just dust.
it's a learning curve, that's for sure. I've never used them before, but
They're difficult. But they look kind of cool.
they do look fun. So, can you wet them?
Yeah, you can wet them. I was in the Beth Spencer session last week and I used them. And
The
I was-
people drawing one?
not that one. I didn't wake up early enough for that one. But I think it was the one, it was the same week. She had a special guest on, I forget who. Like some illustrator, and we were drawing just one scene for the entire 45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See,
I
I can
mean-
see that being like a good session.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good way to practice with them.
Now I gotta pick which outfit I'm finally done with the head. I think I'm gonna give Crow Man a try.
Oh, she's so good.
Except he will not be wearing the hat because I drew the ears in full, and but I don't think the crow's even gonna make the cut. It's just gonna be
I like
some
that
capes and
pose.
things. mean, it's quite a look. Very bold. We got so much going on in this one. One minute. How did that happen? Okay. Wait, so who was the last one? Marble May, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, because I was like trying to remember, like, that was Marble May, right? Marble May. Such a good name.
Mhm.
And this
She-
is
She
Merlin.
came with that name. We didn't want to change her name. I was like, well, she already came with that name.
Oh, that's a really good name, though.
Yeah, it's really cute.
It's cute. She's marbly. May is a classic, you know.
I call her Miss Cat most of the time, but yeah.
Miss Cat.
I'm like, Miss Cat, what are you doing? Miss Cat, come over here.
All right, this is our last one, which I can't believe because this has kind of flown by.
Oh,
There's
Lulu.
Lulu.
Always looking mad.
I love it. Such attitude. I think the Joan Crawford, if you don't know, that's Joan Crawford in the upper left-hand corner. I was like, I saw that and I was like, yeah, we're gonna have to pull that one.
Oh, man. She
Such
was
an
a-
attitude.
She passed away maybe 2 years ago. She was my parents' cat, and
Oh,
I have a video of her trying to eat my dad's pudding. My dad's eating pudding, and she keeps tapping him on the shoulder. And then he's like, no, go away. You can't have this. And she comes up to him and she taps him again. And he's like, no, go away.
aw.
People food. Too much.
I haven't had I had a calico cat when I was a kid, and she was just, she was like my first cat, like the cat that wanted to like hang out in my room.
Oh.
Because the other cats were like, no. Of course, I was an obnoxious little kid, so it's like, can you blame them? You know, I don't blame cats for not wanting to hang around a kid's room. But her name was Margaret. Don't ask me why my parents named her Margaret. Don't know, but yeah. But she was like my first real cat that I had like a bond with. And she was great.
Cute. I like that
But
name.
they're so cute. They just all have these cool patterns and stuff. I love calicos. Just have such a soft spot for them.
Yeah, I do love her.
Patchy.
Yeah, it's cute.
I love those cats where it's like they're half one color, half another, like half black, half orange.
Oh,
like
I
they
love
look like two halves of a cat that got put together.
Those are so cool.
Yeah. In fact, they might actually be like really two cats that were kind of smooshed together in the womb.
Just like how mad she always looked. Every time I'd come over and I'd be like, "Hi, Lulu," and she'd just look mad at me. She didn't meow very often. She was really quiet. She would just give you a death stare. But she liked sitting on people's laps. She'd just come over, it didn't matter who, and she'd sit on their lap, and then she'd stare at them angrily.
Just has a resting bitch face. She can't.
Yeah, pretty much, always.
I mean, that's why I'm just like, my son Charlie's always like, why is Ralph so angry all the time? Like, he's not. That's just his face. But I'm like, also, you drive him crazy. I'm like, he just has a resting, annoyed face. He can't help it. Sometimes that's just how they look.
Mhm. Yeah, we drew her recently in that drawing people and their pets in Melissa's art hang party.
Yeah.
It was a picture of my daughter trying to get Lulu to take a picture. She would always say, "Lulu, take a picture," and she'd move her face, and Lulu would just let her.
So she had the patience. Just didn't look
She
like
did. She just
patience.
yeah. She would
I
stand
just
there.
looked pissed off.
Yeah. My mom would put costumes on her too, and she would let her. She would just look mad.
Like, no, seriously, she likes it, believe me. There's this woman on TikTok, my daughter will like get together. She will save, she has a file of, oh shoot, I forgot to do the timer again. What is my problem today? All right, we're gonna go with 6 minutes because that's been at least 4 minutes. She will save a file of like, here's all the TikToks of like funny animals and whatever. And so then she'll be like, okay, I have videos to show you. She has like a collection every day that she's gathered. So we'll sit down and watch them. And a lot of times it's like cats and dogs and stuff and funny people too. But there's this woman who I guess she was never liked cats. And then I don't know if her daughter got her a cat or she adopted one, how it came about. But she is obsessed with her cat, makes dresses for this cat. She's like, oh, look at you, you're a pretty princess. And she like ornate dresses, bangles, tiaras. And the cat just like lets her do it. She just like sits there like, fine. And I'm always like, oh my God, leave this poor cat alone. Like, I think she needs a doll instead of a cat. But it is hysterical. The cat just has like that kind of look on its face, and but she's fine. She's not upset. But it's just like, I'm like, oh my God, this woman, I don't think she had any toys growing up, and this is like the first thing she's gotten to play with. Because she's always like, look at you, you're a pretty princess. Oh, look at you, you're so beautiful. And the cat's just saying there like,
Yeah, my mom would always dress her up, and then my old cat, she would put like bonnets on her. Be like, you look like a little babushka. Like, what are you doing to my cat?
So cute.
Like, no, they like it, I swear. Yeah, I used to try and dress up my cats when I was a kid. I don't think they were too happy about it. And of course, there's pictures to prove it. It's like this cat in a tiny sweater that I took off of a teddy bear. There's a cat with a bow on it. There's a cat here. I'm like, oh, my poor cats.
Yeah, I have a picture of Lulu in a tiny sweater from some stuffed animal, and like her fur is popping out of the sleeves. Oh, poor Lulu.
It's like, oh, what was I doing here? What am I doing to these poor cats?
Surprised she never scratched me or anything.
I think they just sometimes know with kids and stuff, like also that, I don't know. Because I'm just Yeah, like the funny thing is like as much as my kids would aggravate the cats, and I mean, I was always like telling them to leave them alone and try to be like, you gotta understand they have feelings and all that stuff. And the cats were always good. I mean, they would give like a growl warning or something if they'd really had enough, but they never swiped at the kids or anything. You just never know.
At least they were patient enough. They're just like, we're giving you a warning.
Yeah. Which I appreciated. This is a full spread piece here because we've got to get that arm with the cigarette.
Yes, I'm doing the same thing. Across the page.
I was like, we can't leave out the cigarette. And that's when the bras were pointy. That's pointy boob bras. That I don't really want to come back. No thanks.
No, we can leave that one behind.
Yeah, I'm like, what is with... We had this. Oh my God, this is terrible. My sister is the one who I first heard this from. There was a substitute teacher we had, and she basically dressed like she was still in the 60s, like, well, I'd say like this, where it's like cone bras still and everything. And she definitely just had a whole vintage attire, even though it was the 90s. And so my friends, I'd be like, why are her boobs so pointy? And then my sister, who's 7 years older than me, she's like, oh my God, Mrs. Carter still works there? And she's like, oh, you mean... And I said, yeah. And she goes, yeah, we used to call her Mistletoes. And I just remember thinking that was the funniest thing ever. I'm like, that is quite a nickname and fit. I was like, wow. Now drawing hands that are very far away. Can I do it? It's not gonna be great. It's not gonna be a great hand, but it's fine.
My hand is a paw.
That was smart. That I didn't think to do.
I am not drawing a hand. It's gonna be a paw.
I was like, this turned out very weird. It actually just looks like she's flipping off. That's what it ended up looking like. Oh gosh. Oh. And I'm like, why didn't I think of that? A paw. Ingenious. Well, does anyone want to share?
Sure.
No pressure. No pressure. All right, I'm gonna spotlight you then. Go for it.
Me first? All right.
Yep.
So I came in, I guess, during, what is it, Mia or Mila?
Yeah, Mia.
Oh,
You. Oh my goodness.
precious.
And then,
Adorable. Oh my gosh.
I love them.
So good. You even got the hat. Wow.
with the little hat.
It's like perfect. So
I-
cute.
Thank you. I was like, I really
Aw.
want to do the hat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Fantastic.
you can
Wow.
see the pastel.
So handsome. So debonair.
And then Lulu.
See, the paw is perfect, but the face, oh my gosh. So good. I did not master the bitchy look. She looks a little too friendly in mine.
I started with the eyes because I wanted the angry eyes.
Yeah, you need that. I'm like, I'm gonna have to work on mine. Mine aren't angry enough. So good. Thank you. Let's see. Remove spotlight. Still getting used to this. Did you want to share, Katie?
Sure.
Okay. Let me spotlight you.
Hopefully
All
my
right.
lighting today. Have Mark and Mia here.
That's
You
so
guys picked the same outfit for Mia? That's so funny.
Oh,
Oh, that's a frame.
So cute.
oh my God.
I think we all did the keyhole, right? The
It's
keyhole.
so iconic. And then we have
Oh,
Oh,
sweet little
Oh
faces.
my
Look at
God.
Merlin. Oh my gosh, Lula.
that's
Hair
adorable.
do too. Oh my
Thank
god.
you.
So
That was so much
cute.
fun.
Oh, that was really, yours turned out very cute.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Spotlight for everyone. Okay, so we've got our 70s duo here.
Oh,
I love them.
So
Oh my
cute.
goodness.
What's going on with the eyes? The eyes are so silly now.
I love
Like,
it. It's
It's a
so
hard expression to capture.
cute eyes. Oh my
These
God.
guys.
I love the dress.
So
That's
cute.
awesome.
The keyhole jumpsuit is so.
Good.
That was too fun to draw.
Oh my
You
God.
guys.
Amazing.
Those outfits are amazing.
I think this really fit
Yeah.
the attitude. Like that was what I
Yes.
had in mind when I was looking at the photos. I was like, I feel like
That's
top lady.
perfect. That's how she.
And she just looks like she's flipping people off.
That's great.
Your paw is so good, Elaine. I'm like,
Oh, thank you.
yeah, I got it, because I'm like, it's a hand and it's so small and it's so far away on the screen.
Oh man.
Oh gosh, that was super cute. I've been looking forward to this drawing session since I thought of it like in December. I was just like, oh, this is gonna be cute.
Yeah, I've been
A
looking
lot
forward.
of fun. Glad you guys could make it.
Thank you.
So much for hosting.
Oh, of course, that's part of the Patreon, but I would do it anyway. It's just too fun. So cute. Oh, well, I can't believe it's 1:30 on the dot. I thought if we make it an hour and a half, we'll be good.
Wow.
Yeah, so that worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna post my drawings. I'm gonna try and remember because I always forget to do that in the Show Your Work channel. So if you guys remember to do it, you're free to share
yeah.
there too, because you should be
Yeah.
very proud of what you accomplished today. These are beautiful portraits.
So cute.
Yeah, that was fun. I can't wait for the next one too, because
Same.
there's more cute pets. More cute pets. It's gonna be fun, and I get to pick out more fun outfits. So
Yeah,
I don't know which is my favorite part: picking out the clothes or like it's too fun.
I like the options how you have it laid out. That's nice.
I do too.
I was like, because all I could think was, what if this doesn't fit their personality? I'm like, not that I think anyone would be annoyed, but you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know this pet personally. And what if they're like, no, I was thinking more like disco and not like frilly, I don't know. So I wanted to provide some options,
Great.
even if some of them are really wacky. But it's more fun that way. And then there's a variety of, you choose your own adventure, and then everyone's can be a little bit different. So it's kind of a surprise.
I love that.
Well, this was so much fun. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, we'll be doing another one on the 27th at 7 p.m. So hopefully you guys can make it. If not, there's a replay. So
Thank you.
all right, you guys have a good day. Bye.
You.